those lessons. But you know, I think, Michelle, it's so important to follow the lessons of our ancestors
Mm.
and Creator. And that's about inclusiveness, it's about love, and it's not about gatekeeping. I always tell my kids, and I've always told them, and I when I do ceremony, I tell people this. Yes, maybe there's a protocol that people expect you to smudge this way, but you know
Mm.
what? What if I do everything right? I go to the sweat lodge, I pray every day, I give thanks, I'm kind to people, I do the ceremonies, I believe in Creator, I pray to the grandmothers, the grandfathers, the ancestors, go to Sundance, go to ghost dance, go to warrior dance, do all these ceremonies, go to pipe ceremony, sweat lodge. Do you think at the end of it, when I stand before Creator's going to be petty and say, sorry, Jane, you smudged the wrong way.
Mm.
You're not coming in here. So that's an example I teach my kids and young people or whoever I work with, that we can't be gatekeepers. We cannot
Yeah.
be petty. And even as far as being on your time, my daughters and I, we do ceremony together. We don't even ask women if they're on their
Mm.
time. I learned that originally from a Willistic grandmother. Her name was Gwen Dare, Gwen Aracia.
Mm.
She said, we didn't do that to our women. And then I learned that from a Cree elder whom I just loved so much. He was from Sucker Creek, Alberta. I sundanced with him, and I knew him for a long while. His name was Don Cardinal. Oh my God,
Mm.
I love that elder so much. And he talked about that. I asked him one time about that. He said, you know, Jane, he said, that's not our way. That comes from the church and European ways. He said, honestly, he said, my grandfather, so Don was in residential school for 1 year. His grandfather wasn't happy with him being there, so he pulled him out of residential school. And he left him. Took him deep in the woods to hide him from government agents and the church and police. And he had elders come in to talk to him and to teach him. But he said one of the things he said, my grandfather, if women came to him and said, I'm on my time, I can't. He said, no, then in that case, you sit beside me. You sit beside me, because we didn't do that to our women. We say we honor our women. Why do we shame them? Why do we become gatekeepers? And the other thing is, I also think about, if a woman is on her time, she comes to ceremony, and I tell her she can't come in or she has to sit somewhere else, and I'm gatekeeping. How do I answer to Creator when I come before Creator and Creator says, Jane, this woman came, that was her only chance.
Mm.
And you shut the door on her face. How do I answer that one? How do I say, well, I thought I was doing the right thing? No. This was her, maybe her only chance to do a ceremony, maybe her only chance to save herself. And I shut the door. So my daughters and I, we don't do any of that stuff. We don't ask women to wear skirts, because to me that's pettiness. It's about coming in there with seeking advice, help, willing to pray, and to help other human beings. That's what it's about for me. That's what spirituality is. And that's what our ancestors had. It's about love, it's about caring, it's about always opening the door for others.
Oh, was that last night? No, it's going.
Pardon?
No,
I
it's
think
just me, Jane. I'm trying to get home, and I'm just coming into now.
Well, Natalie, Net.
Eh,
Oh, yes.
oh that, yeah.
But you're so right, though, Michelle. we can't be gatekeepers. We do ceremony, but we don't believe in being gatekeepers. But I will tell you, if somebody's doing ceremony and I'm not running it, and if they say women on their time or whatever, when I used to be on my time, I would honor that. But if we're running ceremony, it's a different story for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm on board with you there, Jane.
Yeah, and we don't perpetuate that thing about women on their time and
Yeah. Yeah, we're not gatekeepers, we're not policing. That's been done to us, since the existence